How will I explain Ossie versus Dodo, which is happening in about an hour in Emirates Stadium? Okay, let me talk about a book I read. 48 Laws of Power, written by, I'm gonna go check this real quick. But anyway, one of the laws was the rule that this is all to attain power. It sounds bad, but this, hang on, I'm trying to find it. Bear with me. Okay, there are 48 laws of power. This was written by Robert Greene. Very, very smart, by the way. Okay, Law 16. Use absence to increase strength and honor. Why do I bring this to you? And let me give you an example first. Some guy loves this girl, and then he is bored of her. He wants to feel this passionate love because he helps someone, and so he leaves her for a couple months. She writes him a bunch of notes saying she wants him back, and then he doesn't show up. Then she she basically stops writing notes because she assumes he's never come back. He thinks the plan to anger her has worked. So he can try to beg for her forgiveness. This is some stupid plan he has. He comes back, and she is delighted to see him, and he's confused, like, God damn it, it didn't work. And so then he says all these hurtful things, and she's like, go to hell, I never want to see you again. So he's basically failed at this point, because now she doesn't actually want to see him again. Then he's like, oh shit, and I forget part of it. Then he comes back, he pleads with her, saying, oh my god, please, I'm so sorry, this is what I meant. Then she loves him again. Here's my point here. The law of absence, the more you are seen and heard from, the more common you appear. If you are already established in a group, temporary withdrawal from it will make you more and more talked about, and even more loved, or feared, or whatever. Power. You must learn when to leave, create value through scarcity. And that at the start of affairs, you need to heighten your presence in the eyes of others. If you absent yourselves too early, you may be forgotten. Okay, that's the big thing. Okay, so why do I even say this? Why do I care? Well, one of the guys unintentionally used this as a great way to get popularity again. That man's name is Ossie Divine. He was a former champion before he was a champion before he left. He left. I think he retired. He was still technically there, but his presence away from the game has left many people to desire more from him. Can you be the RBC champion? Can you be the full champion to win every belt in that division? He comes back. He indeed wins the RBC title. Now he is the most active fighter in the game, and probably the biggest star not named Cruzaro. How did he do that? Well, he was absent for a while, and he got the immediate shot when he got back, because we wanted to see him in the spotlight again. We all respect him. We all love him. And his popularity only increased when he came back. If he just kept fighting and kept winning, then we would get bored of it. He would be on this crazy title reign. Maybe well, Cruzaro's doing it. He's been out for a good bit. And Bogatti has been doing it as well. It's not a bad thing to do when it comes to Roblox. I think that's an interesting idea. And the 48 Laws of Power, I'm going to put that in the link in the description if you guys want to check that book out. Some of the laws I like: do not commit to anyone, use a surrender tactic, recreate yourself, enter action with boldness. A lot of good stuff in that book. So anyway, that's what Ossie Divine has done. And now he's the most active fighter in the game. And now everyone loves him. And now he's going to fight Dodo Paul for the WBA Super Middleweight title in just under an hour. That's a marquee fight, guys. And it could elevate him to a point where he's probably #1 pound for pound. Let's go to the other side of this. Dodo Paul. He was gone for a little bit, but I don't think it's to the extent of Ossie Divine. But He's now the champion. He just destroyed Myron Yeager in his one defense. Very big deal. If he wins against Ossie Divine, he needs a serious consideration number 1 pound for pound. I'm not saying he will be number 1 pound for pound. I'm saying it's a serious consideration. He's 1 title closer to undisputed. Winner of this fight is 1 title closer to undisputed. I'm not fully sure that. I don't know if the RBC title is also on the line. I assume it is, since that's a winners take all. Champion versus champion. But it's an interesting idea. Ossie Divine, who's been out of the game for months, and then he comes back, and now he's the most active fighter in the sport. And then you got Dodo Paul in the other corner, who is trying to pull off this massive upset. He has a lot of power in his hands. He was just managing yesterday's event. But this is this is such an important fight. And if Ossie wins, he gives us clarification, okay, this guy is truly the best middleweight in the world. If Dodo wins, this is, oh my god. We didn't think this was going to happen. If he wins the fight, that is massive. It could change the landscape of the sport. It could turn everything we thought on our heads. And now, it's a spotlight today, and it was made less than a day in advance. Huh. I don't like that. This is the only promotion it's been having so far. I just got on here on my PC and said, hey, what's up? This fight's happening, by the way. You should probably go check it out. So, this fight's happening. Who is going to take it? I don't know. I really don't know who's winning this fight currently, and I'm not going to tell you my pick anyway. Ossie has the advantage when it comes to speed. Divine has the power advantage. That's weird to say because Ossie's a knockout artist, but it's true. Dodo's got very good accuracy. He can land his shots well. He can find angles. It's hard to do that against Ossie Divine because he's constantly throwing, and he's hitting you in places which weaken your strikes in general. It's something to consider as well. So do we have the most popular active champion right now, or do you have Dodo Paul, Fed guy who runs part of the Fed? He's one of the he's an iconic fighter. He's got a very nice record. Who do you put over the top here? It's easy to say Ossie Divine, but if Dodo wins, you have to think about how we're going to promote this guy. That's the question I have. I kind of rambled on for a little bit about different things. This Matchroom event is not going to be very stacked, but it's going to be a fun time, and I can't wait. So, got to ask you guys the daily question. Do you think what I said about the absence of Ossie Divine, did that really elevate him, or do you think he just came back and people felt the same about him now? Discuss.